Hey everyone, Jason from Geek Fever Games. We have our new box of Queen's Quest that we just got in the mail. We're going to do a quick opening video, show you what's inside. Alright, we have a bunch of different components in the game. Let's see, first things first, we have a stack of cards here. There's actually 2 per card. You punch these out. These are called micro cards. These are for our common items and rare items. So we have about 36 of those. The bread and butter of the game are these dungeon tile cards. So we have square cards, and there's 4 different depths. This is the ice caves. We have the catacombs, the inferno. We have some overland cards in town. So these are very nice. We have a bunch of stickers for the pawns. Of course, this is a roguelike game, so the monster pawns are actually letters that represent, and then we have the character tokens, are the @ signs, as any traditional roguelike would have. Standard poker size cards here. We've got quite a few different decks of poker cards. We have skills, all different kinds of skills. We have encounter cards. There are different encounter cards for each depth in the dungeon. So we have catacombs encounters, we have dark forest encounters, and so on. We also have in here, oh, that's it. Those are the 2 poker decks. We have standees for, those are the stickers I showed you earlier. These go on these plastic standees. So there's a bunch of standees here. Some are for the monster pawns, some are for the character pawns, and the party marker. We have a velvet bag. Once you've created or put the stickers on the standees, they go in the velvet bag for the monsters, and we draw randomly from the bag. We have a bunch of wooden cubes. These are actually for the monsters. Once they're drawn from the bag, they're on the board, and then once the party meets up with them, these get added to the battle board, and these represent the individual units of monsters. 6 different types. The different colors denote the different types. We got our nice standard D6 6-sided dice. And then we have a bunch of punch-outs. So these are chits, or little tiles. We have tiles for the different monster pack types. These are kind of rectangular in shape, one for each different type of monster pack. We have a bunch of square chits. We have some for experience tokens. There are pact tokens. You can actually take some dark actions and you get a pact token, which might say that you're either pure or vile or just dark. We have a bunch of status effects: strong, slow, poison. These are player tracker tokens to keep track of your health, your potions, your feats. We have cover tiles for the dungeon. Some of them on some side have treasure chests or encounters or monster layers. Got a bunch of those, bunch of experience, more tracker tokens, more status effects, weak and strong. So those are great. Then we have the main parts of the game. We have the battle board. We have the party management screen. So here we have the battle board. This is where you'll have the player markers. The player token pawns are placed on this, and then the cubes, as the monsters approach the party, they get added to the board. And the column that you're in denotes your speed, so it goes from super fast to super slow. And then the height that you are on the board determines how well you hit. So do you hit on a 6+ on a D6? That's really hard. Or do you hit all the way up at 2+? On the flip side, we actually have a fun little monster codex. It's purely for flavor, but it just says if you have a pack of sleth or snakes, and those snakes are unholy, which is the dark gray there, then they are sleth priests. Or if you have giant insects, they would be chitinoids. So we have all these different flavor of monsters. We have our party management screen. Here's the holy quest to find the relics, and as we go down each of the 4 different depths of the dungeon, we find the relic first, then we have to return it to town. Then we go to the ice caves, find, return. We have our party food here. As we go into the dungeon, we have to eat in order to survive, and then we have some skill slots for the poker cards. And on the back of this, we have a symbols codex. So if you're really interested to know what every one of those little symbols are for all the items, we have suits of armor, or is the open bracket. We have bows and wands and rings. Rings are the equal sign. Very common symbols in roguelike games. Here we have our classes and races. These are all jumbo size cards. So here's the Sleth race, and on the other side of that is a Dark Elf race. They're both purple. Here we have the green races. They're Wood Elf or Hawkman, and so on. And each of the colors have a different feat that they're associated with: stealth, ranged, survival, prayer, and so on. So there are classes in here and races. These are the races. Then we have a class, for example, Archer, which is the scout role. And here are the special rules for the scout role. On the bottom, it says how that role gains experience, and so on. So we have all these different combinations of races and classes, and the roles that go along with them. Lastly, in the box, we have our nice rule book. Very nice quality. I love the quality of the Game Crafter components, the cards, the rules, the boards, the tiles. Everything is just really great. Hope that's exciting for you. We'll be back soon and show you how to play the game. Thanks.